I'm on my way to pick up a puppy. I've always wanted a dog. I've been planning on getting one ever since I moved up here. It'd just be awesome to have a companion to hang out with all day and to help me do some chores, something like that. I've always was kind of keeping a lookout for a good opportunity, and I wasn't exactly sure what kind of dog or breed I wanted, but my brother and I came across an ad for a puppy that was available for adoption in the lower part of Wisconsin, and as soon as I saw the picture, I just knew that he was my puppy. So I reached out to her, got everything figured out, everything's taken care of, and I'm on my way to pick him up right now. And if any of you are curious what Wisconsin looks like,
turn left into the parking lot.
You can have an exciting drive home.
oh my goodness, look at this guy. Look at this puppy. Oh my goodness. Hi, buddy. Hi. So we made it back safely from our trip home, and I didn't get too much footage because it was a long drive and I was dealing with a puppy the whole time, but he ended up falling asleep towards the end, so that made it a lot easier. And little Bodhi's had a couple days to get acclimated to his new environment, and he is just absolutely perfect. But yeah, his name is Bodhi, and he is an Australian Shepherd and Blue Heeler mix. I was speaking to the lady when I was doing the paperwork for his adoption, and she said that they found him at an Amish puppy mill, so that's where they rescued him from, and he wasn't in very good shape apparently when they found him. So I'm glad that we were able to connect and find him a good home, and he should have a lot of fun out here. But he's probably going to be in a lot of my videos just hanging out with us whenever we're building something. I got him a long leash and I tied him into a stake in the ground in our yard here, and he's already hanging out with us. We were building our greenhouse. He was just sitting on top of this soil pile that we made, and he ended up falling asleep for a while, and it was the cutest thing ever. But I got the potty training figured out. He knows how to play fetch a little bit, and he's got his name pretty much figured out, I think at least. I'm kind of new to this, haven't had a dog in a while, but from what I can tell, he's very smart, and he should be a great addition to our little homestead here. So speaking of this greenhouse, I haven't put a video out in a couple weeks, and I wanted to include an update for you all in this video. We started a couple bigger construction projects, and we started them at the same time, so that's been kind of crazy. We got a puppy, and it's getting really cold here. It's gonna be winter before we know it, and we've spent a lot of time kind of getting everything cleaned up and ready for that. But this greenhouse behind me, I had to dig out the space for this. The greenhouse is 12 by 16 feet, and I had to dig out an even bigger space to kind of level it off for the foundation. And that took me a lot of time. And we spent the last few days getting the concrete poured for the foundation, getting everything framed up, the rafters in place, and I just have to get everything painted. We're doing a board and batten on the bottom, and then put the plastic on, and she's ready for the winter. So that's taken up a lot of time. And we started finishing off our basement during these past couple weeks. So we have a lot going on here. We're kind of being pulled in a lot of different directions, and it was kind of tough to make a video about it just because we've been doing so many different things. I just didn't really know how to put that into a video. Like this hole, for instance, it took me about 5 days of just head down, digging everything out to get that leveled up. So I didn't want to make that into a video, but I have everything recorded, and I'm going to be releasing these videos and these entire builds at a later date. We also had this giant rock we had to build around for this greenhouse, so we're going to have to kind of design something to take advantage of that space. But yeah, this thing is a beast. It's 12 by 16 feet. And we built it to last quite a few years here because we had some tough winters here in northern Wisconsin. So we really made it structurally sound, overbuilt it a little bit maybe, but we want to build everything that we build this year for the long haul, so we can kind of enjoy the fruits of our labor for many years to come. One more thing about the greenhouse, I took out a lot of soil from this hill to level off the area or the space for this greenhouse, and I took a lot of the soil and I made a soil pile because our soil pile got depleted a lot this year from filling up all these raised beds. But with the remainder of the soil, I kind of built some berms around this greenhouse and the rest of this hill up front here. The berm that goes around the whole area that I dug out for the greenhouse, that's going to prevent a lot of water from running in there. We also made another berm right above that one, and we're going to plant some more fruit trees and fruit bushes and turn this area into some more food production. But now I'll take you inside and I'll show you what our basement looks like. So this is all a little bit hard to show on camera, but I apologize. So you walk downstairs, and the first room here is going to be our bathroom. I'll leave the door framed out. Shower is going to be in that corner, vanity, toilet, and then storage in the back corners. But we have to kind of frame this out a little bit weird because of our furnace right here in the middle of the room. So we're putting a wall through here to frame off the bathroom. This whole space and behind our furnace here is going to be our utility room. And then everything to the right is going to be our living area. So right here is our living room, and it's a little bit weird because of how we had to lay out everything else, but there's still enough space here. We're probably going to put a TV on this wall and then like swing this couch around and run it this way. And then the living room kind of feeds into the doors that lead outside here. The door that takes you outside leads right into our living room. And it also leads into our mudroom. So we have our gun safe here, and we didn't really want to move it, and it's kind of tough to move, so we decided just to frame out a room right here, and it's going to be our mudroom / hunting room. I have my bow hung up here and all my bow hunting clothes and all the equipment and gear that's required for all that. So I think we're going to keep all that in here going forward, and it's going to be really nice to have a room dedicated to all of that stuff and keeping everything organized. We have this mudroom framed off, and then the rest of this area here, this door that we put right here, this leads into our utility room, so I'll take you in there next. But everything out here, behind the mudroom out to here, is going to be a bedroom. And there's little Bodhi sleeping in his crate. He'll probably have his bedroom in here too. But right where his cage is right now, that's where I'm going to put all my desk and computers and everything for editing, all that sort of thing. And then back here is going to be a bedroom, and we're going to put a wall somewhere in here to kind of make some sort of divide between the two spaces. But as you can see right now, there's plenty of space for my king-size bed, all my clothes in the corner, and anything else that we need to put in here. We might frame out a closet yet. Plans are still kind of up in the air, but it's not really something that's needed right away. Through these doors is our utility room, and this is a mess. This whole area is a mess. I apologize for that, but the plans for this is there's these two shelves right here. There's a shelf right here that has a bunch of our crap that can't really go out into our pole barn, that needs to be inside. A lot of it's like baseball cards, like a lot of sports memorabilia, stuff like that. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to put this shelf right here, I'm going to put it right there on this side of the wall and kind of make one part of this room just to store all of this stuff. And where this shelf is currently, I'm going to put our freezer here. We have two freezers, a chest freezer and an upright. I'm going to put those freezers against this wall, and we're going to build some more shelves and kind of make this our food storage area. So we're going to have, hopefully, going forward, a lot of food preserved, and we're going to need a lot of space to store it. So we're going to put some shelves in, have two huge freezers, and hopefully that'll be able to hold all the food needed for us going forward. But yeah, and then the rest of the room, there's plenty of space. We had to frame out a lot of space around this furnace in case we ever need to work on it. So we're going to have utility space back in here to kind of store some more stuff. Our food storage is going to go right here. We have this bed and futon we have to find room for. And then the rest of this room is going to be storage for all the stuff that needs to stay inside here. So yeah, that's the basement. We got a lot of work done in there. It's come a long way in a short amount of time, especially if you consider what that place looked like just a few months ago before our pole barn was even done. It was just ceiling to floor, covered in junk, and hopefully in the not too distant future, it's a finished basement where you could actually like spend some time down there and not have to deal with just clutter everywhere. We got a big jump on the basement. almost done on the greenhouse, and that's just been the past couple weeks. We got a puppy. That takes a lot of time. It took me an entire day just to drive down and bring him back. But we got a puppy, and we also got this place ready for winter. I cleaned up most of the raised beds in here, kind of put everything to rest for the winter, and I've been in the woods hunting a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to introduce you to Bodhi, my little pups. He's gonna be in a lot of my videos moving forward, but I also just wanted to kind of give you an update on everything, show you kind of why I haven't posted a video in a while. We just had huge projects going on, and I didn't really know how to break that up into smaller chunks, but we have everything on footage that we've done so far, and I'll be putting those videos out at a later date.